Hello, my name is Liam Willoughby. I'll be reading a poem by Matthew Olzmann titled Letter to Someone Living 50 Years From Now. Matthew Olzmann is from Detroit, Michigan, and a graduate from the University of Michigan, which can explain how he has a rather pessimistic or realistic view on our ongoing environmental collapse coming from a dying industrial city like Detroit. He is a very noted poet and won the 2011 Kudman Poetry Prize most recently. I chose this poem because it reminds me of many things that we have discussed in this class, environmental literature at East Tennessee State University, as well as things I have learned in others. For example, the golden toad was the national highlight of Costa Rica until its extinction from pollution, a deadly fungus, and global warming overall. We've discussed how the golden toad was an indicator for the 6th Great Mass Extinction in my environmental integrated seminar class. This poem also reminds me of how we discussed the insect apocalypse and how vital bees are to all civilization because of their natural ability to pollinate numerous plants and agriculture as a whole. This poem reminds me of the numerous years I've spent on Lake Loudon in Knoxville and how I always was reminded to never swallow the water because of how sick I would get from the polluted brown water. Although this poem brings a majority of overwhelming sorrow thoughts into my mind, it leaves me with some hope. Deforestation has been a major problem for decades, but a man named Mohammed Riyasat, who is a government Forest Service officer in Pakistan, has dedicated his life to planting trees and has already planted over 1 million, with the goal of 10 million in mind. He continues his work and spreads this message across the world. Letter to someone living 50 years from now. Most likely, you think we hated the elephant, the golden toad, the thylacine, and all variations of whale harpooned or hacked into extinction. It must seem like we sought to leave you nothing but benzene, mercury, the stomachs of seagulls rippled with jet fuel and plastic. You probably doubt that we were capable of joy, but I assure you we were. We still had the night sky back then, and like our ancestors, we admired its illuminated doodles of scorpion outlines and upside-down ladles. Absolutely, there was some forest left. Absolutely, we still had some lakes. I'm saying it wasn't all lead paint and sulfur dioxide. There were bees back then, and they pollinated, a euphoria of flowers so we might contemplate the great mysteries and finally ask, hey guys, what's transcendence? And then all the bees were dead. Thank you for your time and remember to support your local beekeepers.